AnacundaTrail of Blood 2009. The story starts first. A child boa constrictor, caught toward the finish of the past film, is being utilized for tests by Peter Reysner, who makes a half-breed of the blood orchids from Borneo that empowered the boa constrictor to become exceptionally enormous and live longer, and makes a serum for cell recovery. After the test apparently works for the child boa constrictor to recover, Peter consumes it. Whenever he vanishes, the long boa constrictor escapes from the enclosure and kills Peter in a minute, loaded up with blood orchids. Peter J.D. Murdoch, a very rich person experiencing bone malignant growth, sends his professional killer Eugene and his group of thugs, soldiers of fortune, to observe Peter and the serum Peter made so it can fix him. He additionally advises them to watch out for Dr. Amanda Hayes and kill her if necessary. Dr. Amanda Hayes, the last one standing of the past snake assault, and two officials additionally go looking, not entirely set in stone, to annihilate the serum and kill the snake. On the way, they meet Alex, an adventurer who seems lost in the Romanian Carpathians, while doing a paleopathology project. Whenever they find the blood orchids in the mine, Amanda sets the explosives to obliterate the orchids. However, she and the gathering are gone after by the boa constrictor that kills one of the officials with her, while the other official stows away and vanishes. Amanda can fool the snake into causing a cavern in that kills the snake anyway. As she and Alex endeavor to leave the mine, she is thumped oblivious and Alex departures to get more assistance. In the interim, a gathering of pilgrims, Jackson, sweetheart Wendy, Wendy's dearest companion Heather, and siblings Patrick and Scott, get hauled into the quest for the snake. Because of the serum, the boa constrictor can never again kick the bucket without critical harm to its interior organs and recovers itself from the past collapse. Heather becomes sick because of an insect chomp. The following day, the gathering Murdoch recruits is gone after by the boa constrictor and it kills one of them. Alex and Amanda pull together after Amanda saves Alex from the snake, and the two of them in the long run observe the voyagers from prior after the snake assaults and attaches Patrick's arm. Eugene and his associates ultimately track down Hayes and Jackson's gathering and catches them. At the point when Amanda is uncooperative in their endeavors to get data about the serum, Eugene shoots and kills Patrick. During this snapshot of disarray, Wendy attempts to get away and Eugene shoots her dead, which irritates Jackson. Amanda and Scott are compelled to track down the serum, and are joined by two cohorts of Eugene to track down it. They set up at Peter's home. There the two track down the serum, however keep it stowed away. The boa constrictor strikes the house and gobbles up one shooter, and, while the other is attempting to fend it off, Amanda and Scott escape. Jackie corners them, however is overwhelmed by Scott. The snake assaults Jackie and he inadvertently explodes himself with a projectile while attempting to annihilate the snake. It then pursues Amanda and Scott. Scott pinances himself to the snake to delay for Amanda to run. While trying to annihilate the snake, Amanda tosses a gas tank at the snake and explodes it, however the snake recovers after she escapes. Back at the headquarters, Murdoch shows up, however is in for an impolite shock when he sees his main adversary, the official who had initially went with Amanda before, Vasil. Murdoch orders Eugene to clean house, but it turns out Vasil offered more cash and gets Eugene to combine efforts with him, all things being equal. Whenever Vasil orders him to kill Murdoch, Jackson takes the snapshot of antagonism toward wound Eugene, whose weapon incidentally goes off and kills Vasil. The final hired soldier Armin hears the disturbance and is handled by Jackson, but Jackson gets injured from a projectile, and similarly as Armin is going to dispense with him, Amanda shoots him to no end. Murdoch returns after the gunfire, holding Armin's firearm, and requests that Amanda give him the serum. As they do that, He stays faithful to his promises and permits them to leave. As the leftover survivors leave in the jeep, Murdoch infuses himself with the serum and finds it works, yet the snake rips his head off in the wake of winding him. Amanda at last annihilates the orchids for good in the mines, and the gathering attempts to escape in a jeep as the boa constrictor seeks after them. Eugene, who had gripped to the rear of the vehicle, assaults them. Jackson goes up against him toward the rear of the truck after he has a chance at Amanda's arm. The two of them battle toward the rear of the jeep, giving Amanda sufficient opportunity to remove him from the vehicle with two projectiles close by. While the snake gobbles up him, it is blown to bits. The boa constrictor, who appears to have recovered, crawls into the backwoods as the gathering leaves.